The UN Security Council has voiced its concern over the conflict in the Central African Republic, urging the rebels to halt their military offensive and instead negotiate a peaceful solution to the crisis. The 15-member body has urged all parties, the government and rebels, set to engage in negotiations next week in Gabon, to do so in good faith and without preconditions. But by Friday, hopes of the conflict in the CAR being resolved through negotiation took a knock when the Seleka rebels said they would not agree to any deal with President Francois Bozize still at the helm. CCTV's Jean Keo reports.
Even with the peace talks on the horizon, tension remains relatively high in the Central African Republic. Both the government and the Seleka rebels maintain their hardline stance and somewhat preconditions to the talks set for Tuesday in Gabon's capital, Libreville. Eric Massey is a spokesman for the rebels.
I don't see what we will negotiate in Libreville, if only perhaps to expose the heads of state of ECOWAS and obviously the transition program that we want to implement following the departure of President Francois Bozize.
But so far the president has rejected the rebels' main demand that he steps down, and according to his spokesman, will refuse to do so at the talks hosted by the Regional Economic Community of Central African States in Libreville. Bozize has offered to form a government of national unity, but the rebels have questioned his sincerity and are demanding that he relinquish power. Seleka means alliance in the country's Sango language. Seleka comprises 3 movements that were signatories to the 2008 Libreville Comprehensive Peace Agreement with the government. The rebels have seized 10 towns in a month and only halted their advance on the capital Bangui pending negotiations. The UN Security Council has added its voice into the fray, urging parties involved to negotiate in good faith and without preconditions. And in the capital, amid the uneasy calm, many are cautiously optimistic.
What I hope is that the dialogue is sincere, truthful and from the heart, because we've seen a lot of talking in our country that has not followed through.
The rebels have cut the road so there's no traffic. The price of smoked meat has gone up a lot. Those whose suppliers are upset because there's no transportation to Bangui.
The Central African Republic has been unstable since its independence from France in 1960. Current President Bozize himself came to power in 2003 through a rebellion that was backed by Chadian forces and has since won 2 elections. He says he will not leave before finishing his term in 2016. Despite its wealth of gold, diamonds, uranium and timber, the landlocked nation is one of the world's poorest. Jean Keo, CCTV.